I feel like the crafting space is the only space where I feel safe. Hi friend, welcome back to another video and welcome to all of the new friends around here. I can't believe that we reached 1,000 subscribers. I'm really so thankful for every one of you who has joined this journey of mine, and thank you for all of the likes. Thank you for your kind comments. I really hold them dear to my heart, and I'm always so excited to interact with all of you friends on here and to exchange ideas and support one another. I'm really so grateful because I also didn't expect this to happen. So I'm really thankful that you watch my videos and you are kind enough to join this journey and all of the stuff that I'm kind of sharing based on my craft. So thank you for being around. Thank you for sticking around. And I don't want to hold you any longer, but to dive straight into this video. Today, I'm coming to you with another making podcast. Today, it's going to be themed around knitting mainly. I have a lot of knitting projects in the pipeline and also a lot of new yarn purchases. So I can't wait to share these purchases with you as well. And I would say let's start. Grab your knitting, grab your tea or your coffee or whatever you like to drink. I have my project right here, and I will be knitting while I talk to you about all of my makes. So it has been a while. I think it's been over a month since the last episode. And since then we've had a few updates. Starting with my finished objects. So I have two finished objects to show you. One of the finished objects is the Sophie scarf. I knitted the Sophie scarf recently for a friend of mine as a surprise gift, like a post-Christmas gift kind of. And I gave it to her, so I don't have it around to show you, but I think I have a video of it, so I might just put it somewhere here or here. I knitted the scarf in Knitting for Olive merino in the shade poppy blue, and the blue is so nice. I understand when it's I really understand that it's sold out, because there was a time where the colorway was sold out and I didn't even get why, but now I get why this color was sold out. It's such a beautiful blue. I gifted it to her. Her reaction was so cute. She was super excited. This is what we knitters want to see when we gift handmade stuff to our loved ones. We want them to be super excited and over the moon when they get hand knitted stuff, because there was a lot of time that went into even knitting a Sophie scarf. I think it was I knitted it in around 2 or 3 days. Because I don't have too much time to be knitting all day anymore because of my newborn. So so I think I finished it around day 3 or 4. I love the end fabric. I love the knitted up fabric with the merino. Knitting for Olive merino has really pleasantly surprised me. I held it double. I worked with one skein of the merino, and I held it double, and I think I knitted it on 3.5 millimeter needles, to be honest. I think I knitted it on 3.5 millimeter needles, and it produced a beautiful fabric, in my opinion. So I was really tempted to keep it for myself, to be honest, but I was good, and I ended up really giving it to her. And as I said, she was really over the moon, and she's wearing it. And to be honest, I couldn't be more happy about this. And also this ties in with one of my intentions for the year as well. I don't think that I mentioned it in my last intentions video, but I also want to be mindful around gift knits. I know this is a very controversial topic. I don't even know why. I guess I know why, because knitting is such a time-intensive hobby, and the pieces you knit up, they obviously take a lot of time, and you don't want to like gift it to someone who might not appreciate what you're giving them, the time you spent making this item. So I do get it, but at the same time, I think giving is such a beautiful virtue, and I also want to tie it into my hobby. And I think giving is so much more a blessing than receiving. So I want to be intentional about whom I gift something, even if it's just like for a family member. I want to be intentional, and it doesn't have to be like 5 gift knits or something. I know that won't be realistic for me, but I want to implement sharing my crafts with others, with people who I know will appreciate what I'm giving them. So yeah, that's that. And yeah, the next finished object is the Nea Ribbed Sweater by Strickehickel. On the last episode, it was still a whip, and now it's a finished object. It has been blocked. And I have also worn it, I think, 2 or 3 times already. And I love the finished object, although I think I could make a few improvements to it, because I'm not loving the fit 100%. I used 10 balls, no, I used 10 skeins of the Sandesgarn Double Sunday, and I just had 10 skeins, and I didn't want to purchase more. And I knit the size, the second size. So I think it's M. So this is how it's looking. And the reason I'm not loving the fit too much right now is that it's a little bit too body hugging. I mean, it's not oversized, and it's not fitted. It's somewhere in between, and I want it to be a little bit more on the oversized side. So I decided to re-block it, block it again, let it hang out, stretch out, and see what that does to this, to the sweater. I'm hoping that I'll get a more relaxed fit, get a little bit more length on the sleeves and on the body, and a little bit more drape overall. I know it's hard to tell how it's fitting right now, but maybe I have a video somewhere to show you what the finished fit looks like. Yeah, but yeah, I love the fabric. It's super soft, and it's not scratchy at all. But I think due to the softness of this yarn, I will be experiencing some pilling. I've already seen the beginning stages of pilling. I don't know if you can see, but there's some fluff somewhere here, around the neck, around the body at some places. I think it's hard to tell on camera, but there is some beginning of pilling going on. Maybe it's just like the pilling of the first layer of the sweater, and then after the first layer pills, it will be fine. But yeah, I'll see how it holds up. I've said that on my previous episode as well, that I really want to see how this yarn holds up to update you guys if Sandesgarn Double Sunday is worth it. I've been hearing people talk about this yarn for a long time, and yeah, I've seen people more of the people are using it held together with mohair. And since I do not really work with mohair, I want to let you guys know how it holds up without mohair, because I know that mohair kind of protects the items, the finished objects from pilling. So yeah, let's see how it holds up, because I mean, Double Sunday costs around €10 per skein, which is a lot of money for yarn. So yeah, I will definitely update you guys. You get a lot of wear out of it this winter. It is very, very warm. It's hard to wear it indoors, to be honest. That's how warm it is. But that's what I wanted, right? So yeah, and especially in this past few days, it's been so cold. I think it's been like even minus 12 degrees at some point, which is, I mean, Berlin is rather cold, I would say. So yeah, but even for Berlin, it was really, really cold, and it snowed a lot. So we had a lot of snow laying around. It's getting warmer again, so the snow that has been that has fallen down over the past few days is melting away. Yeah, so that's the second finished object, and that's all of the finished objects I have to show to you. Then you're probably wondering what I'm currently working on. My one and only whip for now is the sweater number 30 V-neck by My Favorite Things Knitwear. It is, I casted this on, I think, on January 3rd, maybe like 10 days ago. And this is the progress I've made on it so far. So as you can see, maybe, this is a settled shoulder construction. The first time I'm working this construction ever. And to be honest, the first, on the first glance, I was really confused by the pattern. Not because the pattern was not written well, but just because I have never really worked this type of construction before. So how is this, how is this construction built? So first you work these two rectangles. So you can see here, it's a rectangle, and then you have another rectangle, and these are the shoulders basically. These sit on the shoulder, and then you pick up stitches on one side of the rectangle, and you cast on more stitches, and then pick up the rest of the other side of the rectangle, not the other side, but the other rectangle basically. So you have the back, and then you work with short row shaping on the back, and you also work it similar, like with the short row shaping on the front, on both sides of the front, and then you connect them after you've finished with the neckline shaping. So it produces this V-neck. So it was really engaging up until now. Ever since connecting for the sleeves, it has been just stockinette all the way. So I will have to knit stockinette to the ribbing, and then I knit the ribbing, and then I can cast off. To be honest, I don't mind knitting stockinette. I love mindless knitting as well. But I also like an engaged knit, which this has definitely been, and is also very rewarding, I feel, if you've mastered a new technique. For me, this is a new technique, and I really like the way it's working up till now. I am using... What am I using? I am using a new yarn that I purchased on Linda Hobby. Let me see if I can find it. It must be somewhere here. Where's this yarn? Oh, here it is. So I'm using a yarn that I've never used before, and it's called Merino Bliss 90 by Linda Hobby. It is a 100% merino superwash yarn. I purchased this on one of their sales. It was, I think, reduced to like €2.55 or something, or maybe €2.80 something. But it was around €2 something. And I decided to purchase a sweater's quantity of this. And I was basically taking a risk buying this, because I also looked up on Ravelry if I could find any information around this yarn. I did like a quick research, but I didn't find much about this yarn. I didn't find any opinions about this yarn. It could be that it's quite new, and that's why not many people have worked with it so far, or written down their opinions online. But I still decided to take a chance on it. And working with this yarn so far, I have a few opinions. I made a gauge swatch, by the way. I made the gauge swatch for the very first time. in maybe 2 years. This is the second gauge swatch that I did. And the reason for me making a gauge swatch this time was because I heard superwash yarn expands quite a bit. And I really wanted to gauge how this sweater is going to turn out, because I had really specific visions for it in mind. I know everyone is talking about the Baba sweater look. I know I am influenced and I really like the look, okay? So I decided to make a gauge swatch and to block this gauge swatch to see how much it will expand, so I can kind of anticipate the measurements of the finished object and also decide on which size I want to make. And yeah, so upon making the gauge swatch, blocking it, I met gauge with just knitting this up. But after I blocked it, I figured out there was an increase of around 1 centimeter. There was an increase of around 1 centimeter, which led me to the decision of knitting size M. Yeah, so I am also calculating the centimeters I'm going to gain. And right now it kind of looks quite fitted as it is right now, maybe slightly oversized, slight like positive ease. Like, yeah, there is some positive ease when I wear it now, but not as much as I would want to have on the sweater. So adding, taking into consideration the growth after blocking, I think size M is completely fine. So that's that. Also, the experience working with this yarn, it doesn't have like this squeaky feeling people have been talking about when mentioning superwash yarns. It's not squeaky at all. I feel like it produces a nice fabric, but it is quite splitty. It is a quite splitty yarn, and I have never experienced such a splitty yarn other than cotton yarn before. But as you can see here, it's already unraveling, basically. You don't have to do much that this unravels on you. Basically, also while me holding the thread like this, it kind of also unravels, and I have to be careful that I do not split the yarn by putting the needle into the yarn, you know? So yeah, that's what I have to be mindful while knitting on this project, but I am not too annoyed by it. It is annoying, but it's not too annoying that I want to toss this project into the bin. No, that's not the case. So it is okay. I am really looking forward to how this is going to look after I have it blocked. So I'm probably going to make a before and after blocking of this project, because I think the end results will be quite substantial. Like, it's worth showing the before and after. Yes, so that's that. Next on are my purchases, my yarn purchases. I have a few yarn purchases, and I must preface, this is not normal for me, okay? I do not usually buy so much yarn in such a short time span. But it happened, and I just want to say I will be on a yarn ban for now, because I think I have more than enough to work with in the near future. And as I've already mentioned in previous episodes, I do not like big yarn stashes or fabric stashes. I want to keep it as minimal as I possibly can, because I think anything more than that, or more than I usually can manage, will kind of overstimulate me, and I do not want that to happen. So I'm going to start first with the yarn purchase of this store. It's called Wollen Berlin, and I think it's my favorite yarn store in Berlin. Yeah, it is my favorite yarn store in Berlin. I love going there. The staff is really, really nice. They're helpful. It is always full though. I feel like even if I go at odd times, it's still full, and I'm like, are people not busy doing work or something? But as I love the store, probably other people love the store as well, so I can't even blame them. But it's a rather small store, so the more people that are in there, the more cramped it gets, and it's sometimes not such a relaxed experience going there, because you kind of feel like you can't look at the stuff you want to look at in peace. Okay, I feel like I'm getting old. Okay, I have to, guys, sitting like this after a certain age, do not recommend. Okay, let's move on. So I made a few purchases. The reason why I initially went there is to buy my yarn, or buy the yarn for my winter's pullover. So I decided to make the winter's pullover by Ozetta, and I was in search for a pattern that would give me like a kind of the trending Baba sweater look, and I felt like the winter's pullover was the best fit for me. And I was also heavily influenced by Hanan Bonet on YouTube. I think everyone kind of knows her. Everyone references her. She's great. And I saw her winter's pullover, and it was chef's kiss. I loved the way it looked, the brown color. And I wanted to knit a brown sweater for the longest. So I thought, why not knit the winter's pullover in a brown? So I decided to go, I was in between yarns. I looked at the Mota by Wool Dreamers, but they didn't have like a specific brown that I was looking for. And then also I looked at Juliet. I have had good experiences with this yarn so far. I would say it's even one of my top yarns that I've ever worked with, and I love this yarn to bits. So I decided to go with Juliet. And you can see it's a beautiful dark brown color. It's in the shade cacao. Yeah, it's in the shade cacao. And I got six balls of this. And I hope this is going to be enough. Otherwise, if this is sold out, I would have a major problem, because I am going for bigger size and an oversized look. So yeah, I'm hoping this will be enough, but yeah, I don't really know. So I might just get one extra just to be safe. But I have 6 with me, and I can't wait to cast this on soon. I feel like I want to cast this on, after I get this sweater number 30 V-neck done. Because, as you know, I tend to be a monogamous knitter. I don't like to have multiple big projects going on. So I would have to wait for this, baby. Can't wait to work with you. Can't wait. So I got this. Moving on, I also got a few skeins of Double Sunday. A few skeins of Double Sunday. As you can see, I got 3 of this color. What's this color? It's the Scarlet Red. I got 3 of them. 2 of them I want to use for a triangle scarf, or like maybe something like a bonnet or a balaclava, something like that. I don't know if this is going to be enough, but I know I'm not going to use all of this. So yeah, I will see. I think it will be enough. And then I also got this pink color. It's a colorway by Petiteknit in 4604. I got this, and what I'm planning to do with this is to knit another Holger baby sweater for my little girl. The reason for it is that the first one I knitted her, guys, the first one got felted. The first one got felted, and it was the most tragic day in our household. Yeah, so this is how it's looking right now. I think I showed the finished object the last time, and yeah, it was obviously not felted on the last episode, but now it is. I tried saving it, but it was so felted. There was no way I could even, no, there's really no way. Actually, I thought I might wear it. I put this on to like a teddy or a doll or something for her. This was an idea that, a subscriber came up with, which is a great idea. So I don't have to put this away, but I can wear it to one of her dolls, and put this on one of her dolls or teddies or something. So I'm keeping this definitely. It was quite sad. It happened by mistake. I think it's quite normal that baby knits get felted, but yeah, you live and you learn. It by mistake happened to be in the pile, and my husband unfortunately didn't look or check. He just chucked everything into the wash and then realized that it had been felted. Yeah, I went through the 5 stages of grief with this one, but what can you do? Just knit another one, right? And keep it pushing. Yeah, but he decided, he was the reason why I got these games, because he was like, he felt so sorry. He wanted to make up for it. So I got these few skeins in order to make her sweater. I just got these 2 for her sweater because I still have remnants of her last sweater. So I have the baby yarn by Isaga that I used for the other Holger sweater. So I'm going to hold it like this, and I decided to go with like the brown. It's also like a remnant from another project to go as an accent color, and I thought I would also add a blue from Knitting for Olive. Yeah, like this. I think this colorway looks good, or am I tripping? I think I will go with this color combination. I think it's also a great way to use up your yarn remnants. So I'm going to try and use up the yarn for her sweater. I'm going to knit up the size 3 to 6 months, so she can wear it for a little longer, hopefully. Yeah, that's my purchase from Wollen Berlin. And then to my next purchase, which I haven't planned for yet, which is quite unusual. I actually never buy yarn, or rarely buy yarn that I don't have like even the slightest plan for. When purchasing, I was thinking about making the Olga sweater. But now I feel like I might not do that, because I don't know if I would wear like a colorful striped sweater. I don't know. And this yarn is way too precious for me to just knit up a project that I'm not going to wear in the end. So, let me show you guys. So this is all I got. And I don't know if you can tell, this is Knitting for Olive. I purchased from their website for the very, very first time. Because of their sale. They had like 15% off on a Sunday. It was like an Advent Sunday, I think the 4th Advent. And they had like one special day of 15%. And I thought, why not go for it? And I decided to buy 2 sweaters quantities of yarn, guys. 2 sweaters quantities. And I knew I had to be quick before all the good colors are sold out. So the first color, I already had a look, and my first initial reaction, I think I have it on camera, but honestly, I thought I filmed this podcast episode previously, but I did not like how I was. It just didn't click for me. I wasn't in the best mood, and I feel like you could tell. And I just wanted to refilm it in a time where I feel better. And yeah, today is definitely a day where I feel better about talking and yapping about knitting, okay? So I got 11 of these of this Knitting for Olive Heavy Merino in the colorway French Anemone. And this is how it's looking. On camera, it looks more purple, but in real life, it actually looks blue. Like it kind of leads slightly on the purple side, but actually it looks more blue. And it's such a beautiful blue color. It's such a beautiful blue color. My breath was taken away when I opened it. I also love the texture of this yarn. It's soft, but it still has some rusticness to it, which I absolutely love. It's similar to the Gilead, but I feel like the Gilead is even softer than this one, but it's not scratchy at all. And I know that after blocking, it might probably soften up a little bit more. But yeah, this is like this grip, it's so grippy. And I love the grippiness of this yarn, and I know it will be so much fun working with it. Yeah, so this is the colorway I got, 11 balls of this, and then I got 11 balls in the colorway Bordeaux. Guys, this color actually, I don't know, made it so worth, like this purchase was the best purchase, the best online yarn purchase I've ever made. Look at this color, guys. Isn't this just gorgeous? It's also the heavy merino. And I can't wait to work with this. I can't wait to work with this. Yeah, so I wanted to, you can see why I was going for the Holger sweater. Because these two colors look so good together, I feel like they look even better in person because the blue looks more blue. And it's just such a beautiful color combo, but I don't know if I'm going to wear it because I usually don't wear like super, super colorful stuff like that. But I might with jeans, this could also look really, really nice. But yeah, I still have to decide because I really want to be mindful. I don't want to waste this yarn on something I'm not going to wear, as I said previously. So I'm going to think very hard about what I'm going to do with these. But I'm so happy I have these, and I am excited to work with these yarns. So that's why I put myself on a yarn ban. No more yarn for the next, let's say, no more yarn for the next 5 months, okay? Because, yeah, till then I can work what I have up, and yeah, I can work everything I have up maybe till then. I don't even know if it's possible, but let's just say I'm not buying yarn for the next 5 months, okay? Guys, hold me accountable. If I come around with another yarn purchase, guys, call me out, okay? Yeah, that's it actually for the yarn purchases. Yeah, so maybe you have some nice pattern suggestions. I don't know, I kind of feel uninspired when it comes to patterns at the moment. So maybe if you have some ideas what patterns could be nice for these yarns, just let me know in the comments. I would be so, so grateful to get some ideas. Also, yeah, I just like very simple patterns, oversized. They can be textured, but more like cabled. I haven't done like something cabled before, so I would be open to a cable project maybe. But it can also be like a super simple sweater, like the sweater number 30 V-neck. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, just let me know in the comments if you have like any cool ideas that you would like to share with me. Yeah, so I can have a look at them and see which project I'm going to work up with these Knitting for Olive yarns. Yeah, what else? Yeah, I have one Crafty project lined up as well. And the Crafty project that I want to work on, it's not knitting related. It is really a crafty project, okay? In my previous video, in my intentions video, I was talking about wanting like a traveler's notebook. It's like a leather cover for your notebook or notebooks. And I want to make this myself, and I still have to source the materials. And yeah, so this is also going to be lined up for the next coming month. I might like share how I make it. I think the biggest challenge is to get the right leather. I have been researching online, but I didn't find like the leather that I wanted at the price that I wanted, because I actually am not planning to spend like 80 euros for the supplies for this notebook. So yeah, I am trying to do this as frugal as possible. So I will probably go to a leather store either probably next week, and see if I can get some leather scraps with which I can make this notebook. I think based on what scraps that I find, I will decide whether to go for the A5 size or the A6 size. Yeah, if I just find a smaller scrap, then I will make an A6 size. I want to do like a trifold though. So the trifold is, it closes like this, but it also has like a flap that goes like over this. You know, like it closes like this, and then it has like a flap that goes like this. Yeah, I think it's nicer to keep everything in a little bit more nicely. But yeah, that's the other project I have lined up. I still have to get all of my supplies. Yeah, hopefully I will be able to do that next week. And then I will be able to document all of my makes and projects and do like notes on there, and my modifications, I can jot them down there as well, and make notes on my whatever, you know, like I'm just very excited. I'm also on a detox. I'm on the social media detox. I am not watching YouTube at the moment. I am not on Instagram at the moment. I plan to do this like for a week, but I could also go longer if I feel like it. To be honest, the theme of this year is like to try and go analog in as many areas as possible. And yeah, I really want to reduce my consumption of social media. It's getting on my nerves. It's just so much input. Everyone is talking and giving you advice, and I don't know, maybe you feel similarly. And I feel like the crafting space is the only space where I feel safe. I hope you feel the same way too, because I feel like the crafting space is one of the spaces where you're not always met with marketing and you need to get this, you need to have this. I feel like it's such a free space to express your creativity in the way you want and also can. And I do not want to be a reason why people decide to spend more than they actually want or can, because I don't know, like, yeah, a hobby shouldn't be centered around the purchases, but rather on the creativity and how you make the most of what you have. Yeah, so yeah, I feel like it's also part of it to purchase items and crafting tools here and there, but that's why I am personally against having a big yarn stash, because I don't want to make it about the purchases, but rather about the craft. So yeah, okay, that's it for this episode. Thank you so much for hanging around with me. Also, feel free to let me know what you're working on at the moment. What was your first cast on of 2026? I'm really interested to know what you are working on. And also, again, thank you for watching till this point of the video. You're a real one, and I can't wait to make more videos for you guys. I'm really, really grateful for every one of you. Yeah, I feel so blessed. And yeah, if you like this video, if you felt comfortable, if you felt cozy, if you felt good hanging around, leave this video a like and subscribe to my channel to see more of this kind of content in the future. And yeah, I'll see you on the next video. Until then, stay blessed, stay beautiful and fabulous as always. Bye!